Today's notes are on log functions, specifically inverses and graphing. For inverse functions, remember that log and natural log functions and exponential functions are inverses of each other. You can find the inverse of a function by switching the x and y and solving for y. So for example 1, in order to find the inverse of this function, I'm going to start by switching x and y to get x is equal to log base 3 of 5y. Next, in order to get rid of the log base 3, I'm going to raise both sides of the equation with a base of 3. So 3 to the x power is equal to 3 times log base 3 of 5y. And because the right side has 3 and raised to the power of log base 3, the right side of my equation equals 5y. So my last step in order to get y by itself would be to divide both sides by 5. So 3 to the x power over 5 is equal to y. And that's my inverse equation. We're going to do the same thing for example B. I'm going to start by switching x and y. And I want to get the natural log by itself, so I'm going to divide both sides by 2. I get x over 2 is equal to the natural log of y plus 1. Then I'm going to change the natural log to be in log form. So I get x over 2 is equal to log base e of y plus 1. And just like in example A, by raising both sides to the base of the log e, I can set the left side, which will now be e to the power of x over 2, equal to y plus 1. Then my last step in order to get y by itself would be to subtract 1 from both sides. So I have e to the power of x over 2 minus 1 equals y. Right, now we'll go down and look at example C. We're going to start the same way by switching the x and y. We are now going to look at example C, and we're going to start by switching the x and y. So x is equal to log base 2 over 5 of x minus 3, and sorry, there should be y minus 3. Then we're going to add 3 to both sides in order to get the log by itself. So x plus 3 is equal to log base 2 over 5 of y. And in order to get rid of the log on the right side, we're going to take both sides to base of 2 over 5. So we get 2 over 5 raised to the power of x plus 3 equals y. Then we have our last one, example D, starting the same way by switching the x and y to get y minus 10 inside the natural log plus 2. So we're going to subtract 2 from both sides in order to get the natural log by itself. Then, just like we did in example B, we're going to either rewrite this as log base e, or remember that the base of the natural log is e, to raise both sides to have a base of e. So the left side is e to the power of x minus 2 is equal to y minus 10. So our last step is going to be to add 10 to both sides to get e to the power of x minus 2 plus 10 equal to y. We will look at the bottom of this page and the next page for graphing in class.